respected parents, teachers, and fellow students. Welcome to the graduation ceremony for the class of 2026. My name is Chaem Nang Sao Jinata Limtiu.
And I'm Grace, Nang Sao Pitchapha Dan Sirikun. We are honored to be your MCs for today's special event. Today marks an unforgettable moment for our Year 13 students. While their journey at SPIP comes to an end, it also marks the beginning of exciting new adventures in their university lives.
Let me take you through today's program. We'll begin with heartfelt speeches from our beloved teachers and Year 13 representatives. Following that, we'll present diplomas and farewell gifts as a symbol of the graduates' achievements. Then we'll watch a video presentation together, revisiting some special memories, and finally, we'll wrap up with a mini concert led by our talented students. And with that, let's begin the ceremony. Firstly, I would like to invite Mr. Luke Harris, our favorite PE teachers, and the head of planning and curriculum design to deliver his farewell message for our Year 13.
Hold it. Okay, good afternoon, everybody. A bit earlier than I expected to be up here, but let's get on with it. So good afternoon, and welcome to all parents and colleagues, and of course, SPIP 11, graduating year. It's a great privilege to be asked to do this. I've always been fond of this cohort, as they know, and having taught them, coached them, watched them grow at this school, it's been great to watch that happen. The values you've brought to the school, the impact you've had upon our community will be outlasting. You've inspired many students, and you've set a very high bar, so well done to you guys there. As a cohort, you've always shown that it's not about being the best, but about doing your best. One thing that several teachers have said to me, something about that I also agree with, is how you care about one another. No matter who someone is, where they're from, what their background is, what they're into, you look after each other. That is not something that most year groups at this school can say, or the ones before, but that came before. Of course, you have different friendship groups. That's natural. That's what happens at school. Some of you into sports, some of you into anime, some of you into gaming. But that's never stopped the boundaries that don't exist for you guys. You overlap, you include, you support. That is a rare quality, and it's something I hope you carry with you for the rest of your lives. Your resilience and respect for others, defining characteristics of this group. The ability to care and treat each other with respect, while expecting the same in return, is a school value, but is a life value that you have all mastered. If my memory serves me correctly as well, you started secondary school as COVID stopped the world. You spent 2 years of your life online, you look back, well, look how awesome you turned out, okay? Having such resilience, being able to be the people that you are, and the well-rounded individuals that you are. It is genuinely sad to see you guys go. I had so many memories and experiences with all of you, especially in sport, obviously. Furthermore, I think this group is the only group, or the main group, that I've been on the most trips with. From Rayong to Samui, where we stayed at PE's place, which I nicknamed him the Fresh Prince of Samui, to Japan for the highlight, which was a massive highlight for me and for most of the teachers that were there, especially as I didn't get to see you for 8 hours at Disney Sea. As a school, we are incredibly proud of you. Academically, you've always consistently set the standard. Of course, you've had setbacks, and that's how things go. But what matters is when you've fallen, you've got back up. More importantly, you've helped each other get up. In sport, there's something I've always admired about you. You win the next moment. For those who've been coached by me, you've heard me say that many times. You make a mistake, you laugh it off, you reset, and you go again. This mindset is powerful. Yes, you've brought home trophies. Yes, you've brought home medals. But more importantly, you've shown resilience, commitment, and great character. Because, well, success is not based on bringing home trophies. Your determination and willingness and your fight and your commitment, that is success. And that's something you've shown in everyday life while being here. Don't let it define any way or change any way that you think, even if the girls have won more than the boys. What stands out is how you stayed together, okay? Over the years, some peers have gone, some peers have moved on, to name a few, Marco, Nanda, EQ, Guantung, Nu, Imi, aka P's twin sister. Pinman and Catherine have all moved on, but you stayed connected with them. You've never let them go. You've remained friends, and that says everything about you, and it shows how people gravitate to your generosity and your empathy. I would also like to take some time to recognize a few individuals. Cal Savoy, wherever you are, an outstanding athlete and a true ambassador to the school for sport, a football G-back giant, and a captain of an undefeated Giants team as well. Thank you for that, Cal Savoy. It's an incredible achievement. P, claiming triple jump championship, and celebrating All-Stars win with him was a massive thing for me. Kun Ming's heroism in every sport she's ever played for this school. And of course, finally breaking the Yaksha spell with Lani, wherever he is, a moment that was long overdue. Lada, the leadership that you've shown on the volleyball court, leading back-to-back victories, but also your contributions to the swim squad and their continued excellence. Poom, a future political leader, if his director's speech is anything to go off, but also well done for representing Thailand at the Science Olympiad. D-Day, for his forfeit and being Spider-Man at Samui. Gun, for constantly looking for my approval and saying, hey, bro, come on. Yeah, something I will strangely miss next year. Tom and Minnie winning the swimming gala, and the day they win it, the earthquake struck. That's how important it was. Matty, the king of the kickboard. Pete, that outside the box score, and the pitch invasion, which led me having a conversation with a coach from another school, which was wonderful, thank you. Nate the Great, need I say less? Minnie P for telling me how much she loves further maths. Don't worry, it's nearly over where you are, Minnie. But I have an anecdote for every single one of you, and I haven't got enough time to say it, but what I will finish with is every one of you has played a massive part in this school and making it a better place. And this is something you should be incredibly proud of. As you move forward, be confident with what you've achieved and look back on this school and your time here with pride and fondness. Remember, this is not goodbye, it's just see you later. You will always be part of the school. Well, we'll see you on Monday doing your revision, so you'll definitely be part of school on Monday. But jokes aside, the school cannot be the same without you. What you've contributed, the culture you've built, and the standard you've set will be remembered for years to come. SPIP, 11, class of 26, keep winning the next moment for us. We're proud of you, and we look forward to what you do next. So to borrow one of your phrases, once a SPIPper, always a SPIPper, and best of luck, and it's not goodbye, it's see you later.
Thank you for that touching message. Next, we would like to welcome Miss เฉลิมขวัญ Tha Keo, our head of sixth form, to the podium to deliver her farewell message.
Hello, everyone. Good afternoon, parents, colleagues, and my year 13s. I will try not to cry, but again, no promises. Okay, I'm glad to see each and every one of you here, and surprisingly, in the correct uniform. Just checking, yeah, correct uniforms. Probably a phrase that you've heard all too often, along with, why on earth are you playing sports in the common room? Why? Yeah, those are some of the few things I am gonna miss, even though we've had lots of times. But alongside all of that, I've also asked you how you were doing, to check in, dropping by with words of encouragement, and the occasional snacks. There have been many moments when you thought you weren't going to make it. I can't do this. This is too hard. But you did do it. You survived. Minnie, I got the message. But I just want to say that even though you've been through so much, I am very proud that you've made it here today, because I didn't think I would see that many of you. We met during COVID, behind a screen, online learning, hybrid teaching, where I first saw you. Well, your foreheads, that's what I saw. But we've been through all of that, IGCSEs, sixth form, and everything in between. And in all that time, we've had a lot of moments: Halloween, prom, residential, and the common room. Always messy, always full of shoes and clothes and food, but most importantly, always full of you, just enjoying life. Card games, werewolves, music, TikTok, and me at the end of the day telling you to go home and none of you moving an inch. And yes, a lot of dad jokes. But I'm probably the only one that ever found those funny. You were always together and you always had time for each other. Nate, you and your lemonade stand, I still giggle at that every day. Started as a solo project, but of course it didn't stay that way. Friends appeared, got involved, and it became a group effort. And that, in many ways, says something about you, because that's what you've always done. You showed up for each other. You didn't just get through difficult moments together, you celebrated the good ones too. When the university offers came in, it wasn't just a well done. You cheered for each other. Genuinely, loudly, proudly, through snots and tears. And that is rare. Because it's one thing to stand beside someone when things are hard, but it says so much more about who you are when you can celebrate someone else's success just as much as your own. You adapted, you showed up, and you kept going. You supported each other, grew together, and at the same time found your own paths as individuals. And now you're moving on to new chapters in your lives. Different places, different futures, different directions. But I hope you remember this. You don't really leave each other behind. A part of this group will stay with you because they helped shape the person you are today. And a part of you will always stay here too. This place became more than just a school for many of you. It became a home. And you've left something of yourselves here that won't be forgotten. And I don't mean the shoes and the stuff you've left behind in your lockers. I can't be more proud of you, not just for what you've achieved, but who you've become. I hope everything you've worked so hard for begins to open doors that feels right for you. I hope the next chapter brings you excitement, purpose, and the opportunity you didn't even expect. I want you to believe in yourself as much as I have believed in you, because I never doubted that you could do this. When things feel overwhelming, remember to pause, breathe, remember the moments we took to reset. Breathing exercises, naps on the floor, meditation, those quiet pauses, those matter too. And even if you don't remember all of these words, I hope you remember how today feels. The pride, the joy, and everything this moment represents. Like Mr. Luke said, this isn't goodbye, but it might be the last time I get to tell you off for your uniform. I'm so very proud of you, every single one of you. I am going to miss you dearly. Congratulations.
And last but not least, please welcome Mr. David Percy as a representative of Year 13 Tutors to give a warm farewell message for our seniors. Please welcome.
Good afternoon. When I was at secondary school in England, I was lucky enough to be part of a very unusual group of students. There were around 20 of us, boys and girls, and we supported each other in everything we did, from sports to exams. There were a lot of scary bullies at the school, but they didn't go near us because we were such a big, close-knit group. We're still friends to this day. And for a long time, I thought that what we had was unique. But then many years later, I became the form tutor for a Year 9 group at SPIP, who are now the Year 13s sitting in front of me today. My first experience of you was, I'll be honest, intimidating. Most of you were in the top set maths for Year 9, and it was a challenge. You were already asking me a lot of questions that I struggled to answer, especially Mini, and I had no idea which Mini was which. There were 3 Minis, a pin, and a pin, and I think now I just about know your names. From the beginning, I've always been incredibly proud of you. This group has had musicians, dramatists, artists, chess and maths competition winners, not to mention the captains of the girls' and boys' football and volleyball teams. And of course, we must not forget one of my tutor group's most historic achievements. In Year 10, when you comfortably beat every other tutor group to accumulate the highest number of demerits in the school's history. Thank you, August and Prod. It's a record that I suspect will stand for many years to come. Butter and Keen, you've done your absolute best to carry that legacy forward by playing football in just about every location except the football pitch. But alongside that, you've always had people quietly holding everything together. Elle and Namping, whenever there was a school event, whether it was Loi Krathong or Songkran cards, you somehow managed to organize everyone to make something special. And then there were those who have been exactly the same from the very beginning. Pum and Titus. I'm not entirely convinced you've changed since Year 9. Even in Year 9, you were already that calm, that sensible, and worryingly more mature than your teachers. There have been battles. Jeannie and Pete have spent the past year locked in a heroic battle against being late. Sometimes successful, sometimes not, but the effort has always been there. And let's not forget Kunming and Gat in economics classes, somehow managing to find the correct answers, often against all evidence. To this day, I'm still not entirely sure how you did it, but I respect it. But what has really stood out to me over the years is how much you've grown, not just in ability, but in confidence. That confidence comes not only from yourselves, but from the way you support each other. You are an incredibly diverse group, but also a genuinely inclusive one. Yes, you are fortunate in many ways, but what matters more is that you recognize that and you care about others. You show respect for each other and for people who are different from you. And that's something to hold on to. Some of you have asked me for advice about subjects and careers, and my answer is always the same. Go for what you are passionate about, because I have no doubt that you will be successful, not just because of your ability, but because you will never be alone. You will always have this group of friends, just as I still have mine all these years later. We will all be very sad to see you go. I know some of the teachers here, Mr. Brandon's here, I know Mr. Yunel. Some of us have taught you for years, Mr. Luke and Ms. Kwan as well. We will really be sad to see you go. Although the demerit count in the school may improve. But genuinely, it's been a privilege to be your tutor. You are a credit to yourselves, to your families, and to SPIP. I wish you every success, and I hope you stay in touch with each other and occasionally with your teachers as well. Thank you.
Thank you so much for your kind words and guidance throughout our year 13 journey at SPIP.
Thank you so much.
Now it's time for another special part of the ceremony. To share the memories and lesson of the past year, please welcome our first year 13 representative, พี่มินนี่นางสาวภัทราพรเปรมประเสริฐสุข to deliver her farewell speech.
I'll try my best to speak as clear as possible and not crying over it, but who knows? Back in year 8, graduations always felt like it was forever away. But standing here today, I realize time flew by way faster than I've thought. I've grown from a kid who never once believed in herself to someone who's brave enough to stand up here speaking today. It wasn't an easy journey at all, so let me take some time to appreciate a few chapters of this journey. One of the biggest chapters was being a part of the student council. Throughout this time, my most memorable activities was planning our year 11 prom, one of the most memorable nights in my life. During that time, other council members and I went through many late nights of planning, ongoing arguments about the hotels, hundreds of certificates and envelopes to write, and most of all, a hope that you guys would enjoy the night. Along with the pressure, we still managed to do our best to find the best options for everyone, and yet the outcome was beyond what I expected. Seeing you guys dance through the night, especially during the disco, singing along with our Mother Mechanics band, and hearing that it was the best night for some of you reminds me that my late night spent creating the disco playlist with P and Minnie J were worth it. It meant a lot to me, so thanks for that, SPIP 11. Thank you for all the support, for all the highs and lows we've shared. Whether I've known you for 4, 6, or 12 years, you are a massive part of my life. Growing up with each of you is something I've truly enjoyed, and in a way, I wished it didn't have to end. As we sit in this hall today in our graduation gowns, soon to receive our diploma, signifying the end of high school, a chapter we once wished would last forever, it is hitting me now that after today, there'll be no more free periods to hang out, no more mornings spent complaining about coming to school, and no more shared moments in this hall. Well, that is how change happens. One gesture, one person, one moment at a time. It is a change that leads us to different journeys, some to different faculty, some to different university, and some to different country. It is a change that leaves us wondering when we will next get to hang out, to gossip, to laugh, or even cry together again. And somehow, it feels like this change would separate all of us away, and finding a way to reunite seems impossible. And to be honest, I am scared of this change. But maybe change isn't something we're meant to face alone. As we go our separate ways, we still carry the lesson, the memories, and each other with us. So even though I'm scared, I'm also grateful. I am grateful for every moment that led me here, and for every one of you who have made this journey unforgettable. Lastly, thank you so much to SPIP for all the lesson taught and the opportunities to create these amazing friendships. To my teachers, thank you for believing in me even when I didn't believe in myself. You have been a big part of my growth. So today may be a goodbye to these chapters, but it'll never be a goodbye to the people in it. Thank you for all the memories. Congratulations, SPIP 11, class of 2026. Thank you.
Moving from those beautiful words, let's keep the inspiration going. Next, I'd like to invite Pi Phum Nai Phumipat Anupan. Please welcome.
Hi guys, 1 second. Okay. Hi all. I'm Poom. I had the honor to deliver this speech, so I must say firstly that I'm incredibly grateful to have been a part of this year. SPIP 11, class of 26, one of the most academically and athletically successful classes, and dare I say, the most attractive. Truthfully, I was in a hurdle to write this speech. How could I ever remember and summarize 6 years of my life, of our lives, in 1 4 or 5 minute little speech? 6 years. For some, 7 years. Could you believe that? Growing up together, in a few months or a year, we'll all be in our university uniforms, walking between lectures, listening in on them. Then we'll graduate, then we'll pursue further education, build our careers, start our family, get divorced, retire, then we die. I think I've had a close relationship with death. So if you're fortunate enough to have your mother be here with you, remember to hug her, tell her you love her, talk to her over dinner, compliment her hair, give her a text. If you're fortunate enough to have your father here, do the same. Remember to express your gratitude, say your thank yous, as they are your biggest supporters. Just as it did these 6 years with you all, life moves way too quickly to take these things for granted, and it's too easy sometimes to forget to live. And as you enter uni, I'd like for you all to never forget some things. Perhaps you know these already, but as a reminder. Firstly, parents. They're not here to tell their children who they're supposed to be. They're here to give us tools to make from our lives even 1 iota of what we were capable, and to live your own life, make your own decisions, mistakes. The fact that we're lucky enough to have food every day, to have this education, to have a roof over our heads, to be born in a family capable of taking care of us, it's all thanks to them. There's an infinitesimally small chance that we're even here in the first place. All the different improbable probabilities that led us to being born in the first place, in the only planet capable of sustaining life, from our ancestors, countless generations, to our parents finding each other. You are alive against stupendous odds. You are as special a living entity as there ever was. So live. Do that task you've been putting on. Pursue your passion. Read, write, sing. Do that thing you've been scared to do. Make a fool of yourselves. Give that boy or girl a text. Smell the flowers even. There were many things these past 6 years I've wanted to do, but I didn't. I've been a little too quiet at times. I probably should have done more for music, a lot more for sports, get more involved in school events, student council. But I didn't. I was kind of scared to fail. I told myself I'd always have more time, chances to do it later. We'll all be starting the next chapter of our lives pretty soon. We'll be grinding work, drowning in stress, starting little businesses. And as you do, don't forget that the only person who has to live with all the decisions you make, and more importantly, the ones you didn't, is you. So be weird, get involved. Don't give a single damn about what others might think if you fail. Your value as a human being isn't defined by those who cannot see your worth. There's too little time to live for anyone but yourselves and those you love. Not every day needs to be a grand leap towards your life goal. Just being here and being alive is enough. And the final thing, the world is plenty awful. The whole system is pretty rigged, designed to keep the rich, the richest as they are, the poor right where they are, right across from M Quartier where we walk to every day. There are thousands living in the slums of Klong Toe. We're relatively lucky to be born with roofs over our heads in a city safe from the countless wars happening across the world, never having to learn to evacuate from bomb shelters in the middle of the night. There are children out there whose homes are destroyed again and again, children who have to learn to walk twice because a stray shrapnel cut their legs. Your roads to success need not leave behind a trail of sadness for others. So I ask you all to never forget to be kind. Have empathy for others in this already difficult world. At the end of the day, we're daughters and sons of the same earth. We just so happen to be born the lucky ones. I understand our hearts might be so full of our own worries that it's hard to spare any place left in it for others. When you see someone different, whether on the streets or in your classes, don't put any animosity towards them. Don't ostracize them more than they already are. Be a good person, because that of itself is its own reward. Finally, don't be a stranger. One of the things I regret most throughout these years is not learning about y'all more. At the back of those classes, laughing, eating lunch together, and especially the onsen. So please keep in touch. Tell each other about your lives, where you're at, what exams are killing you. It's never too late. Send me pictures from today. I want to stay friends with everyone here. And now to quote one of my favorite movies of all time, and honestly the movie that got me to my dream faculty in the first place. Oh me, oh life, of these questions, of these recurring, of the endless trains of the faithless, of cities filled with the foolish, what good amid these, oh me, oh life? Answer, that you are here, that life exists, and identity, that the powerful play goes on and you may contribute a verse. What will your verse be? Thank you.
Next, another key part of this cohort journey, please welcome พี่หมิง นายพุทธิเศรษฐ์วงศ์คุณธรรม
Taste, taste. Good afternoon, fellow graduates, esteemed teachers, and guests. It is truly an honor to be standing here representing the class of 2026. Today marks more than our final day as students, but a milestone and a beginning of a new chapter in our lives. For so long, I've always felt that graduation was something distant and something that belonged in the future. Just 2 weeks ago, I couldn't even picture myself standing here in this graduation gown speaking to all of you, yet here I am. As we sit together in this auditorium, I cannot help but think how far we've come. I think about the memories we've created in the past 6 years that we've spent together to the school without even realizing how important they would become. The laughter in the common room, the conversations we had during lunch, the inside jokes made, the classes, the exams, the school events, and even the ordinary days. At the time, it was just moments. Now they've become core memories and a chapter we will never forget. This place has become more than just a school to me, but a second home. The people around me that I see every day have become more than just classmates, but friends, supporters, a part of my everyday life, and family. I've genuinely learned so much within these walls. I've learned about resilience, failure, making mistakes, owning up to those mistakes, facing failure, and growth. These are lessons that I don't think no other place could have taught me in the same way, and for that, I'm forever grateful. And now as we stand here at this milestone, I want to share something honest with you all. I am not ready to move on to the next chapter. For years, we've always imagined what it would be like to walk across the stage, hear names be called, and receive that diploma. It feels like we've had so little time together. 6 years have passed in what feels like a moment. The ordinary days have become months, and the months became years before we even had the chance to notice. We've always thought that we'd have more time, more lunches together, more classes together, and more chances to speak to the people who made an ordinary high school feel more special. The strange thing about time is that it moves quickly and quietly, and you don't really notice it. As I stand here, I also want to recognize the people who made my high school experience truly unforgettable. To Miss Nathala, thank you for your patience and kindness. Even when I did not perform well during exams, you never gave up on me and encouraged me to do better every day. Your class became one of my favorite memories during high school. To Miss Elise, thank you for being more than a teacher. You've brought true passion, care, and warmth into the classroom, and you're one of my biggest inspirations of continuing psychology in university. I also want to mention the biggest part that makes high school memorable. My friends, thank you for being the reason so many boring and ordinary school days have become so unforgettable. I know I haven't got everything right, but thank you so much for always having my back and including me things. Thank you, Mini Pod, for always looking out for me. Thank you, P and Kun Ming, for always inviting me to eat kway teow ama together. Thank you, Mini Te, for always inviting me to random side quests. Thank you, Dada, for going out to eat sushi with me. And thank you, Im, for being such a great friend to have in sociology. I hope you guys know how much you guys mean to me. High school truly wouldn't be the same without you guys. And if you ever need someone to talk to, even if it's the most random thing, I'm always here. You can always call or text me. Before I end this speech, there is a line from my favorite films, Dead Poets Society, that has always stayed with me, and I want to share this to all of you. Carpe diem, seize the day. It's a simple reminder that tells us to live in the moment fully and to not let it slip away unnoticed, and to find meaning in the smallest parts of our everyday lives. Because if there's one thing I've learned in this school, it's that time does not wait for anybody. The days we thought were ordinary are now moments that we wish to go back to, and people that we see every day will soon become people we will learn to miss. Seize the Day wasn't just about doing something revolutionary, but how appreciating the moments when we still have it. The conversations, the laughters, and the moments we thought would never matter until suddenly they do. So as we leave today, I hope we look ahead with uncertainty and courage. I hope that we carry with us every lesson, every mistake, and every version of ourselves that we've grown along the way and make us who we are today. Even if life moves on, things start to change, and we start making new memories, I hope this place never leaves us and never feels like an old school we used to attend or something we left behind the past, but something that will always live within us. To the class of 2026, congratulations, you've done it.
To round out our student reflections, please give a very warm welcome to our final speaker, PD Day Nai Thiti Phongam.
There's a line in the song Beautiful Boy which deeply inspired me. And that line is, life is what happens when you're busy making other plans. As we reach the end of our time here at SPIP, that observation feels ever so relevant. For the past few years, we've been on this relentless journey of IGCSEs, A-levels, IELTS, and SATs, moving from one checkpoint to another, always focused on what comes next. We planned, we worked, and we pushed ourselves towards our goals, where some of us reached our goals in the end and some of us completely changed our path. But ultimately, when we look back at it all, the things that define us weren't those restless nights, the deadlines, the military, or even the exams. What we'll remember are the moments in between, the small detours that made the journey ever so worth it. The times we stayed a little longer than we should have and didn't mind at all. The bi-weekly eat-outs with the boys that somehow mattered more to the conversation than the food. The free periods in the common room when one game of ping pong turned into one too many. The nights in Resi, the nights in Japan when, for a while, every worry just disappeared into the background. When even being late to every meeting time felt completely worth it. Now, these experiences weren't part of any plan, but in the bigger picture, they're really the moments which stayed. And we'll be the ones that we look back in 5 and 10 years' time and laugh about it. Because as I've come to learn, when you're with good company, there's no such thing as wasted time. And now on the subject of company, I would like to thank some of my friends who made these years what they were. I thank you, Keen, SPIP 11's very own ray of sunshine, who reminded us that even the toughest of walls can be broken down. I thank you, Pete, for his footballing skills and his outstanding taste in feminist literature. I thank you, Marco, who's here today, whose commitment to spaghetti and pat krapao at the market was at times more consistent than anything else. I thank you, Nate, who's my directing partner and Film Fellow Club co-founder. I thank you, Prode, who is late today, but who you find out to be a really nice guy when there's a bingsu in front of him. I thank you, Getter, my OG, my day one, who's never too afraid to ask, can a brother have a fry? And I thank you, Kunlarn, I thank you, Butter, I thank you, Perth, I thank you, Gun, I thank you, Gut, for reminding us that SPIP is truly a diverse place. But most of all, I thank all my teachers, especially all my A-levels teachers, Miss Sahiba, Miss Lean, and Dr. Martin, and lastly, Mr. Yonel, who not only encouraged us all to strive on an academic level, but also on a personal level as well, helping us becoming stronger individuals and shaping our characters. But beyond the immense gratitude that we have for our fellow peers and teachers, there's something we've come to learn and understand this year. Because when it finally hits you that it's your final year of school, something shifts mentally. The deadlines are still there, the uni applications are still there, and the pressure doesn't disappear. But suddenly those things, they don't feel as important as they once did. And what starts to matter more is being present, spending time with the people around you and appreciating the small moments that you know won't last forever. And I think that in year 13, we've began to value something which for long we have taken for granted, which is the value of togetherness. Not just as classmates, but as a community, as a family, a group of people who went through the same journey, faced the same pressures, and still made each other laugh, find ways to support each other, and make the most of the time that we had left. Now, as SPIP 11, the class of 2026, I'm sure we all came to SPIP with our own expectations and plans for our lives, plans for our futures, and plans for where we want it to be. But standing here in front of you all, I can safely say we will walk away from this place having gained much, much more than that for which we have planned. And it's the same things which have made high school worth experiencing that are the things that I'm thankful for. It's the people, it's the moments, and it's the parts of the journey that did and didn't go our way. Now, SPIP 11, whatever it is you will go on to do from now, big or small, I wish you nothing but the best. Though I hope that in the midst of all that chaos of uni life, that from time to time, I hope that you do give your own friend a call. And whether it's KFC or Mickey D's or Eat MR for lunch, your friend is here and is always down for it. From freshmen to freshmen and women, congratulations, class of 2026. Thank you.
Thank you to all our speakers for those heartfelt reflections. You guys will be missed greatly.
Now, before we let the emotions of the day take over, let's take one last moment for those final touches. Please take a quick moment to adjust your caps and gowns. It is officially time for the presentation of diplomas.
I would like to invite Assistant Professor Dr. Warapong Sangprasert to present the graduation diplomas. Nai Pansa Mali Thong
นางสาวณภัสสรกองศรีมา
นายวีรพัฒน์รัตนพงษ์เกียรติ
นางสาวละลดาภูรีวรานนท์
นางสาวพิมมาดารัตนเวคินรัก
นายกันแดเนียลวุฒิอุดมเลิศ
นางสาวนันนภัทรเอมโอด
นายพัทรพลอารามบุญ
นางสาวข้าวสวยกำลังมาก
นายณภัสชวนาสมิทธิ์
นายชุติทัศน์อิสระยั่งยืน
น อริทัศน์สินไพบูลย์ผลนายพุทธิเศษหวังคุณธรรมนางสาวทันพิชชาเมขิยานนท์นางสาวพรชนกหลิมสิริวงศ์นายเนทริสอ่อนอินนายพีระศรีทองไทยนายภูมิพัฒน์อนุพันธ์นางสาวสุภานันท์วงยืนนายทิทัศน์ถนัดสร้างนางสาวปฏิตาตันตราวงศา Thank you, Ajahn Top. Next, I would like to invite Mr. Luke Harris to present the diplomas. นางสาวกุลรัตน์กองศรีมา นายทิติโพงาม นายรัฐศาสตร์ สัทธานุศาสตร์ นายปุริมจุลวณิช นางสาวพิมพัทรา เวชวรุษ นางสาวอินชลิตา สุภาพ นางสาวปุณณภา ผงประเสริฐยิ่ง นายจิรุธวงศ์อธิคม นางสาวชนิสร วงศ์ชื่นสุนทร นางสาวจิตตุธา อารามวัฒนพงศ์ างสาวพัทราพรเปรมประเสริฐสุขนางสาวเตชินีศรีขนาดกถากุลนางสาวมนัสนันเพชรดำรงสกุลนายทวีพรคุ้มพร้อมนางสาวจิดาภาวัฒนาจิตนายภูรินทร์วิกรมโรจนนันท์นางสาวภัทรสอนชาตบุตรนางสาวนัทณมนจึงสิริภูมิเศรษฐ์นายนกุลกิจแซ่ลิม My Time สุขพันธ์ถาวรนางสาวภกาฟ้าสุวรรณศรีWe kindly ask our SLT teachers on the stage to take a group photo with the Year 13 graduates, our SPIP class of 2026.
ขอเชิญนักเรียน Year 13 ทุกคนถ่ายรูปรวมกันที่บริเวณเวทีค่ะ
เดี๋ยวพวกเราถ่ายรูปรวมก่อนนะครับเดี๋ยวจะให้อาจารย์ SLT ขึ้นไปข้างบนโอเคครับ one two three โอเค smile one two three อีกรูปนะครับ one two three ขอเล่นๆหน่อยขอเล่นๆหน่อยนิดนึงแต่อย่าเพิ่งโยนหมวกนะอย่าเพิ่งโยนหมวกโอเคเล่น one two three one two three อีกรูปครับ one two threeโอเค thank you so much เดี๋ยวหนูนั่งกับที่ก่อนแถวบนครับแถวบนทั้งหมดเลยเรามานั่งชันเข่าด้านหน้าเดี๋ยวจะให้คุณครูเขาขึ้นข้างบนครับผมแถวบนใช่ครับ ไหมได้ไหมพี่ลงขออนุญาตนะครับโอเคได้ไหมได้นะได้ไหมพี่ลงโอเคครับพร้อมนะทุกคนโชว์หน้าตัวเองออกมานะครับ3 2 1อีกรูปนะครับ1 2 3โอเค one more 3 2 1คราวนี้ขอ playful โอเค ready 3 2 1โอเค3 2 1 alright good job ครับเดี๋ยวพวกเราอยู่ก่อน thank you teachers thank you so much เดี๋ยวพวกเราอยู่ก่อนนะครับ
To mark the successful completion of your academic journey, we now invite all graduates to take part in the traditional turning of the tassel. Graduates, please move your tassel from the right side to the left, signifying your transition from students to alumni.
ขอให้พี่ๆเยียร์13ทุกท่านเปลี่ยนผู้หมวกจากฝั่งขวามาเป็นฝั่งซ้าย เพื่อเป็นการแสดงให้เห็นถึงการจบการศึกษาอย่างเป็นทางการค่ะขอแสดงความยินดีด้วยค่ะ
โอเคไหมครับโอเค alright guys please get back to your seats thank you so much thank you เราจะโยนหมวกไหมเดี๋ยวแป๊บนึงอยากโยนหมวกไหมโอเค alright it's a tradition โอเค มา so only one shot นะ if you wanna โยนหมวกพี่ลงพร้อมนะครับโอเคนะ I will count 3 2 1โอเคไหม alright get ready 1 2 3 congratulations okay good job everyone well done
Up next, we have a very special presentation. P Nate, PDD, and PL have captured the best of memories you've made together. Let's take a look.
โอเคมาชวนไม่ไปอยากควบคุมเลือดครับใช่2 1ถ่ายเลย
ขอ3 คำให้กับชีวิตมัธยมเลิศเด็ดซึ้ง
วันแรกที่ผมเข้ามาตอนเรียน8คนแรกที่ผมเจอคือบัตเตอร์ครับคือตอนนั้นผมเข้ามาในห้องผมก็คิดว่า ถ้าผมเลือกคนนี้อนาคตผมคงไม่ได้ไปไกลมากแต่อย่างนั้นผมก็ได้ประสบการณ์มัธยมได้ดีที่สุดจากเพื่อนคนนี้ผมก็เลยอยู่เพื่อนคนนี้มาตลอดเยียร์8เยียร์9เยียร์10เยียร์11เยียร์2
สวัสดีครับ สวัสดีครับทุกคนแนะนำตัวกันก่อนดีกว่าใครชื่ออะไร
ฮัลโหลชื่อดอกจ้าเตจ้าดอกนะจ้าโอ้ยจ้าถ้าในอีก10 ปีข้างหน้าได้กลับมาย้อนดูวิดีโอนี้ของตัวเองอยากจะบอกอะไรอ่ะถ้ามีโอเคก็ในอีก10 ปีข้างหน้าป่ะก็น่าจะแบบว่าเรียนจบแบบเริ่มมีงานทำกันแล้วก็คืออยากบอกเลยว่าแบบเก่งมากที่แบบผ่านมาได้แล้วก็อยากให้แบบเรายังเป็นเพื่อนกันแบบนี้ต่อไปคือถ้าเป็นไปได้ก็อยากแบบนัดกันไปกินข้าวที่นั่นคืออยากรอไปงานแต่งทุกคนแล้วก็อยากเห็นทุกคนประสบความสำเร็จในชีวิตรออุ้มลูกจ้ะรอหลาน
อุ้มลูกเลยเหรอโอ้โห
ตอนอายุ27โอเคจบทันตาแล้วอยากให้แบบว่าkeep in touch กับเพื่อนๆทุกคนเพราะว่าเราเป็นแบบfriendshipที่แบบไม่ได้แบบรู้สึกว่าจะต้องทิ้งกันไปอ่ะน่าจะมีแฟนหรือยังไม่เราพูดจริงนะไม่มี
ตอน
แล้วก็
10 ปี
พอกับตัวเองกับตอนนี้ว่าเก่งมากที่ผ่านมาได้แบบภูมิใจในเพื่อนๆทุกคนที่แบบอยู่ด้วยกันมาตั้งแต่เล็กจนโตก็แบบอยู่ตั้งแต่แบบตีนเท่าฝาหอยอ่ะโอเครักมากๆนะเราก็ขอให้มีความสุขทุกวันไม่เอาข้าวก่อน
รวยได้แล้วมาก10 ปีกลับไปหาเพื่อนๆมาได้บ่อยๆแล้วน่าจะมีความสุขอย่าเพิ่งลืมกันละกันในอีก10 ปี
คือบอกว่าอีก10 ปีข้างหน้าก็หวังว่า10 ปีผ่านไปก็ยังจะคงมีความสุขง่ายๆทุกวันเหมือนตอนนี้ขอให้เรื่องเล็กๆก็ยังทำให้มีความสุขได้แล้วก็ขอให้ไม่ลืมช่วงเวลาดีๆแบบนี้ไปอยากให้จำได้อยู่ว่าตอนนี้ตอนที่แบบว่ามีการแบบมันมีความสุข
หมดเลยบ๊ายบายโอเคเก่งมาก
นมจ้าจิตจ้าจ้าถ้าสมมติว่าต้อง describe high school life ที่มันจะเป็นอะไรเป็นยาจก
ทำไม1 คำโรงเรียนเป็นยาจกได้ไงวะ
คือสปีปอยู่นี่แดนอยู่นี่เซเว่นอยู่นี่อร่อยครับขอคำว่าฝ่าฟันเพราะว่าถึงจะมี memories ที่ดีมากๆแล้วแต่ก็เราก็ฝ่าฟันอะไรมาด้วยกันเยอะเป็น experience ที่แบบน่าจดจำ chaos แปลเลยครับก็เป็น6 ปีที่วุ่นวายที่สุดในชีวิตมีแต่เรื่องแบบ unexpected เป็นความทรงจำที่ไม่น่าจะหาได้จากที่อื่นแล้ว
What's the last thing you want to do in your high school life?
ผมอยากจะให้พี่ไอทีครับมีความสุขครับโดยพวกผมวิ่งซ่อนแอบกันนะครับผมอยากจะให้พี่เขาจำหน้าผมไว้ครับ
อยากชนะอินเตอร์เฮาส์บอลครับ
ใช่แล้วครับผมก็อยากจะปิดมัธยมด้วยสิ่งบางอย่างสวยๆงามๆ
กำแพงอันไหมครับ
ก็อยากจะเตะบอลกับเพื่อนครับ
เพื่อนไม่ไปเลย
นี่เมื่อวานกลับคนแรกเลย
I wanna enjoy the rest of my high school career having fun with my friends before we all have to leave each other.
Same as him. I wanna spend the rest of my time here as much as possible with my friends.
Bye bye.
ชื่อครับ
แอลค่ะอยากบอกอะไรกับเพื่อนๆ SPIP 11 ค่ะเป็นเพื่อนที่สติเป็นเพื่อนที่คิดว่าคงหักที่ไหนไม่ได้อีกเพราะว่าทุกคนคือรักมากแล้วเป็นอะไรที่แบบพิเศษมากเราได้คุยกันคิดว่าถ้าถึงไปมหาลัยก็แบบยังอยากชีวิตกับทุกคนอยากไปกินข้าวกินหม่าล่าไปเที่ยวด้วยกันบ่อยๆเที่ยวดีแล้วก็อย่าลืมกันนะ
อยากจะบอกว่าถ้าไม่มีทุกคนก็คงไม่ได้เป็นเนทเหมือนทุกวันนี้เพราะว่าทุกคนก็เหมือนเชียร์ให้เนทเป็นเนทเหมือนทุกวันนี้ไม่มีดิวชวนไปเล่นกีฬาไม่มีคนชวนไปกินข้าวไม่มีคนชวนมาดูนี่นั่นก็จะไม่ใช่อีกเนทเหมือน
My name is Mr. Brandon. I teach business.
Mr. Luke, and I teach PE.
My name is David, and I teach economics and maths.
Middle Phone ครับผม PE teacher ครับผม
Miss Nook, swimming teacher and PE teacher ค่ะ
Something I learned about your age was that your
first choice doesn't have to be your final choice. If you're not happy with what you're doing, it's okay to change your mind.
Life is too short, okay? It's too short. I want you, okay, think about when you have the goals from yourself already, okay? From here until your goal, right? It's your journey, okay? Everything that make you feel bad, pulling you back like this, that is the challenge, okay? The challenge. And enjoy your life. That's it. Okay.
คือตอนเนี้ยรู้ไหมว่าเราจะเจอกับโลกความจริงละโลกจำลองที่ทุกคนได้เจอในโรงเรียนของเราเนี่ยต่อไปเราจะเจอกับโลกจำลองเสมือนจริงในมหาวิทยาลัยนะคะมิสเตอร์ฟุ้งกับมิสลุกเนี่ยก็อยากให้ทุกคนได้เรียนรู้สิ่งที่ผิดพลาดของตัวเองและทำให้มันดีขึ้นเป็นคนที่แข็งแกร่งขึ้นในอนาคตไม่มีใครที่ไม่เคยผิดพลาดกับอะไรนะคะแล้วก็อย่าลืมใจดีกับโลกใบนี้นะคะใจดีกับตัวเองแล้วก็เข้มแข็งในทุกๆก้าวที่เดินไปนะคะทุกคนจะอยู่ในโลกใบนี้ได้อย่างมีความสุขแน่นอนค่ะขอให้มีความสุขและก็โชคดีกับเส้นทางที่กำลังจะเกิดขึ้นต่อจากนี้นะคะครูก็ขอเป็นกำลังใจให้ทุกคนค่ะ
Goodbye. And hello, don't forget me. Do what you enjoy. Do what you're passionate about. If you're not sure about something, that's okay. All right, but don't do what you really don't want to do because other people say you should. If you love something, you'll do it well.
It is obviously a bittersweet goodbye. You know, it's great to see you all grow up and move on to your various places. But it's also really sad to say goodbye to this year group because of what you have done and contributed and everything you've done whilst at this school. It's been an amazing thing to experience and be part of. So I'm sure you'll hear more from me on Friday or during the speech in a moment. But I'd just like to say it's not goodbye, it's see you later, and best of luck in the future.
สวัสดีค่ะรู้ชื่อครูมิมค่ะสอนภาษาไทยค่ะ
อาจารย์จอร์จครับสอนภาษาไทยครับ
อาจารย์เกษรนะคะสอนภาษาไทยค่ะครูก็ได้มาเจอนักเรียนในเวลาที่แบบน้อยมากๆจริงๆแบบว่าไม่ทันได้สอนได้อะไรเลยแต่ว่าทันตอนช่วงท้ายที่ได้ทำงานด้วยกันนิดนึงก็คือมันจะเป็นเวลานิดเดียวคือรู้ได้เลยว่าเด็กกลุ่มเนี้ยโตไปคือต้องเป็นบุคลากรที่ดีมากๆไม่ว่าจะอยู่ในวงการไหนในไม่ว่าจะอาชีพอะไรก็แล้วแต่ก็ยินดีที่ได้รู้จักนักเรียนทุกคนนะคะแล้วก็ขอเป็นเด็กน่ารักเด็กดีแบบนี้ตลอดไป
โอเคค่ะก็ขอขอบคุณทุกคนมากนะที่เป็นนักเรียนที่น่ารักของคุณครูตลอดเลยครูมิมเชื่อว่าคุณครูทุกคนเนี่ยเห็นด้วยครูมิมไม่ว่าจะครูคนไหนก็ตามนะว่ารุ่นนี้เป็นรุ่นที่ดีมากๆแล้วก็น่ารักมากๆนะคะแล้วก็สำหรับ life advice ก็คือคิดว่ายังไงก็ใช้ชีวิตให้เป็นไปอย่างที่เราอยากจะให้มันเป็นเนาะทำอะไรให้มันสุดนะจริงๆพวกเราก็เป็นอย่างนี้อยู่แล้วก็คือเรียนก็เรียนสุดจริงๆนะเล่นก็เล่นสุดจริงๆนะก็คือให้ใช้ชีวิตแบบว่าที่คิดว่าไม่คิดว่าเราจะแบบกลับมาเสียใจทีหลังหรือเสียดายที่ไม่ได้ทำอะไรลงไปเนาะแต่ก็เชื่อว่าพวกเราทุกคนเนี่ยก็จะประสบความสำเร็จในชีวิตอยู่แล้วนะคะ
เหมือนกันเลยก็คือขอใช้ชีวิตให้มีความสุขนะไม่ว่าจะตัดสินใจทำอะไรพวกเราก็ขอให้ตั้งมั่นอยู่ในความตั้งใจของเราครับเป็นเด็กดีของสังคมเป็นคนดีของคุณพ่อคุณแม่แล้วก็ถ้ามีโอกาสก็กลับมาเยี่ยมที่สปริปบ่อยๆเพราะว่าบ้านหลังนี้สปริปหลังนี้ก็พร้อมเปิดประตูต้อนรับทุกคนเสมอครับ
มองดูรอบตัวมีของมากมายถึงไปเท่าไรไม่เคยจะหมดเลยตกอยู่ชิ้นหนึ่งใครใจร้ายจังเลยทิ้งไว้ที่เดิมหรือทิ้งที่ไหนดีแค่อยากจะขอเก็บไว้ที่เก่าและไม่บอกใครให้มันเป็นเรื่องราวจะไม่เปลี่ยน ไปจะนานนานเท่าไรจะเก็บและทิ้งเรื่องดีๆเอาไว้แค่อยากจะขอเก็บไว้ที่เดิมไม่ต้องเพิ่มเติมให้มันเป็นเรื่องราวและไม่เปลี่ยนใจจะนานนานเท่าไรจะเก็บและทิ้งเรื่องดีๆเอาไว้
มึงว่าหลังจากนี้เราจะได้เจอกันอีกปะวะไม่ได้เจอหรอกโอ้ไม่ได้เจออยู่แล้วกูก็ไม่ได้เจอนะอาจจะได้เจอนะแต่มึงไปรังสิตอ่ะ
แค่อยากจะขอเก็บไว้ที่เก่าและไม่บอกใครให้มันเป็นเรื่องราวจะไม่เปลี่ยนไปจะนานนานเท่าไรจะเก็บและทิ้งเรื่องดีๆเอาไว้แค่อยากจะขอเก็บไว้ที่เดิมไม่ต้องเพิ่มเติมให้มันเป็นเรื่องเป็นราวและไม่เปลี่ยนใจจะนานแสนนานเท่าไหร่เกือบลืมไปแล้วมีความสุขแค่ไหน
คุณหมิงครับคุณหมิง
โอเคมา
ชวนไม่ไป
What a beautiful video presentation. It's clear that the journey you have shared is more than just a series of events. Those are friendships that will truly last a lifetime. And now the moment we have all been waiting for, concert time. Let's give a big round of applause to welcome our student band to the stage.